Today's episode of Do You Speak Geek is dedicated to the memory and families of those who were heinously and maliciously murdered during the Walmart shooting in El Paso, Texas. Moment of silence, please. All right, gang, how y'all doing out there? Again, this is your boy Nix. I'm back at it once again. It is DYSG time. Man, horrible yet amazing weekend this weekend. Of course, with the shooting that occurred. But I also had a good time. I was attending a Get Your Geek On event in the great city of Norfolk, VA. And met a lot of interesting people, met a lot of awesome people, while I may say that. It was the Buy Indie Comics Day at the Slover. I told you all I was going to that. Great time. Great time. Hope some of you all out there who were listening went out and bought some indie issues, bought some indie work, supported local artists. That's what we're all here for. Support geek culture and all the cons and all the people there. So shout out to all of y'all who are listening for the first time and for those who are back once again. I wanted to jump into something a little different this time around for the cold opening. The MCU, as we know, is shaping to be something magnanimous. It already is. But with this new Phase 4 and the story that they may or may not be tackling, here's a few things I think that the MCU could or should be implementing into the MCU. Number one, Secret Invasion. You all know where the shape-shifting Skrulls have been infiltrating the Earth, replacing as many Marvel heroes with imposters, and setting the stage for an all-out invasion. Now, this could portray the Skrulls for the evil entity that they are. Also, it could be setting up to bring in Norman Osborn. Secret War, whether it be the 84 or the 2015 version that happened on Battleworld. That would be an interesting story to do. Another good one that could be done, Fear itself. It's where the serpent god the god of fear, the brother of the All-Father Odin, was rising to challenge, handing out hammers left and right to all people. The cool moment when Colossus became OP and became the Juggernaut. Original Sin, another good one. That's when Uatu was found dead on the moon. And there was a big old murder mystery involving all the Marvel heroes. Original Sin is a great one that could be done. Also, Dark Reign. When Norman Osborn came out of the Secret Invasion as the hero, and him and his cabal with the Dark Avengers on their side, who knows what could happen with the Dark Avengers? That could be done so many interesting ways. Spinning right out of Dark Reign, you could do Siege. That's when Norman Osborn, as well as cabal, was seen trying to destroy Asgard, and the Avengers rose up to take them out. Another good one that could be done, House of M, with Scarlet Witch, kind of losing her mind, and the Avengers and X-Men facing a world they've never seen before. Magneto being the king of the world, if you will, with other kings, and a nice story there with Wolverine setting up things it can be very interesting to do. And lastly, which is one that a lot of people would love to see, Avengers versus X-Men. As I all know, those 12 issues were amazing and could be done in so many ways. With certain characters, of course, pending all these stories that they're gone or dead or just not introduced yet. It's kind of interesting to see how they would do those in the MCU. And I would be here to see it all. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, blurs and nerds, freaks and geeks, this is DYSG, episode 17. Thank you all so much for joining us once again. I am your host, Nix. If I sound a little out of the weather right now, it's because I am. I'm just fighting a little bit of a head cold here, so hopefully you all will forgive me if I sound a little out of it. Coming to you live still, this is DYSG. I'm your host, Nix. Welcome to the show. If you're here for the first time, you can find us at Spreaker, which is the host site, and also Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Castbox, and iHeartRadio. Also, follow us on social medias. Facebook at DYSG Media, Twitter at _DoYouSpeakGeek, and Instagram at DoYouSpeakGeek. The YouTube channel, still live, still popping, still going. It's where you can find the Daddy and Dino Show. Be sure to subscribe, like, and hit that bell for all notifications and leave comments. Patreon page still live, $1 a month is all we're asking. Exclusive content still coming soon. Well, now they paid a few bills, let's speak geek. Now this story broke right before I started doing the podcast. Kevin Conroy, the GOAT of all voice actors. Well, not the GOAT of all voice actors. I mean, of course, we know that could be either Phil Lamar or the great and malevolent Cree Summer. But up there with them, to me, Kevin Conroy. And I think it's amazing the fact that he will be portraying Bruce Wayne during the DC CW Crisis on Infinite Earth crossover. Yeah, pretty amazing. It's going to be an amazing crossover. Not only is he going to be featured in this as Bruce Wayne, but of course, the other characters are playing their known characters, whether it be The Flash, whether it be Green Arrow, Supergirl. We also found out that Chris Williams, the guy who plays Black Lightning, will also be involved in the crossover too. So it's about time that the Black Lightning cast got some love in the soon-to-be Arrowverse. The Arrowverse, which is eventually going to not be known as the Arrowverse, because I'm not sure how they're going to do an Arrowverse without Arrow. But, we'll see how that works. Let's jump to some Source Wall. Alright, so this week coming out of DC, we've got a couple of things to look at here. One would be Batman, The Last Night on Earth, number 2. The world has been destroyed, and Batman is on a quest to find out who's responsible. But when villains from his past begin to complicate things for the Dark Knight, he finds an unlikely ally in a place known as the Plains of Solitude. Also, we have the Batman Who Laughs, number 7. Final showdown between Batman and the Batman Who Laughs. You guys need to check that out to see how it ends. It's a great final epic mini-series that will tie it up very well for you. Hope you all enjoy it. Marvel's pull list, Powers of X, number 1. If this thing didn't get any better, I don't know what will, but Jonathan Hickman has done it again with a very, very important scene. You don't want to miss any moment of this book or this whole series that Hickman is doing. Please go out and get Powers of X. And also the Venom Annual, number 1. We have Eddie Brock and the symbiote are back together, but the union isn't so perfect anymore. The galaxy's first monster is headed to Earth for a taste of Clintar. It's a bounty hunter. Plus, we get a peek at the origin of Lady Hellbender. Well, let's watch this. Now we got a rumor coming out of Watch This. Marvel's The Falcon and Winter Solider show will reportedly revolve around the government not wanting Sam Wilson to be Captain America. Now this came out of a episode of Fat Man Beyond. The host Kevin Smith and Mark Bernardin mentioned that they had a very strong feeling that that's what the show is based upon, coming up in Disney Plus. It seems to me, as a fan, you would hear about something like that, the government doesn't want Sam being Captain America. It makes you ask the question, why? Immediately. So to me, it's either something to do with the Sokovia Accords or just good old-fashioned American racism. We'll see what happens with that. We also have a He-Man documentary to be released in September. Friday marked the release of the She-Ra and the Princess of Power new season. But from the moment that series was announced, of course, with DreamWorks Animation, fans have been wondering when they would see He-Man. Well, in September, there'll be more He-Man content to scratch that itch. Randall Loeb and Robert McCallum are looking to deliver the most complete account of Mattel's definitive action figure toy line with the power of Grayskull. Now, all of this comes around the same time of the 2021 Masters of the Universe reboot movie that's beginning to take shape. Power of Grayskull will be available on DVD and digital on September 3rd. Halo TV series has cast Natasha McElhone. I'm probably butchering her name like I do most names. She's been cast to play as Cortana and Dr. Hazley. At the TCA Summer Press Tour, Showtime made 6 casting announcements for the upcoming Halo TV show, one being Cortana, and we also know that actor Pablo Schreiber will be playing Master Chief. It's also noted that during this show, they may do something that the game has never done, and that is unmask Master Chief.
Oh my God!
Who knows how that will work? The Hobbs and Shaw movie also came out this weekend. It seems like it's kind of, it's kind of so-so material, but it has made the most earnings of the Fast and Furious franchise. So I say if you're going to go check out anything from this franchise as of late, that'd be the thing to go check out. Let's jump into Thumb Life. Now, we really only got a couple stories here coming out of Thumb Life today. We have Riot Games. Riot has confirmed they're making a fighting game. With the makers of the popular MOBA game League of Legends, the company confirmed that they are working on a fighting game, which is current first day event at the EVO event. Tom Cannon, co-founder of Evolution Game Series, is also a Riot Games employee, so he may have the inside scoop on that. Cannon remained mum after the initial confirmation and did not provide any further details. Riot also did not confirm if the fighting game would be set in the League of Legends universe. So we'll see how that goes there. Last thing we have in the Thumb Life is the Madden 20 review. Now, for me, weirdly enough, Madden 20 was pretty good this time around. Madden 20's new superstar players and control refinements make its moment-to-moment gameplay the best series has seen in the console generation. But like the franchise, some areas have been left behind. particularly the franchise mode. But if you all are diehard NFL or Madden fans, go check it out. The series still seems to be running strong. Let's speak technically. Now, technically speaking, Samsung's Galaxy Unpacked event is said to be pretty amazing. Of course, as we know, it's going to unpack the Galaxy Note 10, which is one of my favorite devices. And in case you're wondering, yes, I did get the Note 7. Yes, I did have to go through 2 of them. And yes, I was upset when I found out it was a explosive device. Aww. But I digress. The company could reveal as many as 3 versions of the phone: the Galaxy Note 10, the Note 10 Plus, and a 5G compatible model. Despite probably being the smallest of the new models, the standard Note 10 will still be a handful thanks to its 6.3-inch dynamic AMOLED display screen. The Note 10 could also be carrying a run with a quad HD displays, as in all of its Note smartphones since the Note 4, so that'll still be a standard they're keeping up. But the standard Note 10 may only run at full HD plus, which is like a highly stretched out 1080p. If true, the choice should help keep the Note 10's price tag manageable. Leaks also suggest the use of Qualcomm's recently updated Snapdragon 855 Plus chipset with the 8GB RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage. You should also expect a triple camera system like the one on the S10 and the S10 Plus. The Note 10 will also be announced with the Galaxy Tab S6 to rival the Apple iPad Pro, and a sequel to the Galaxy Watch Active. Well, folks, short episode as again. That about wraps it up for me. Hope you guys learned something. Go out and buy some indie comics. Support the culture. Go out and buy comics. Go out and buy a new favorite box set of DVDs. Go out and buy a new video game. Go buy Madden. Go check out some news. Go buy some new tech. Pre-order the Galaxy S10. Pre-order the Note 10, if you will. That wraps it up for me. I am your host, Nix. As always, live to play to win to live. I speak geek. Do you speak geek?